Let me tell you about Alex. 6 months ago, Alex was promoted to his first people management position. He was ecstatic. But it didn't take long for Alex to start wondering what the hell he'd gotten himself into. Motivate his team? He thought he was leading, but they didn't seem to be following. Meanwhile, his ever-expanding workload seemed to be eating him alive. Both his frustrated employees and senior management wondered if Alex could make it as a supervisor. Justine is Alex's boss's 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 boss. Justine's the CEO, the top dog. She's been the company rock star for as long as anyone can remember. Seems totally sure of herself. Until you really get to know her. Justine is struggling. Struggling to get employees across the board to take more initiative, to offer their ideas for improving processes and systems. But not all the managers are bought in on her new cultural initiative. Especially Lamar, a regional manager who thinks he has enough on his plate already. He's just been handed a new marketing project he has no clue how he'll fit in, especially since he's constantly fighting fires and trying unsuccessfully to get his first-line managers to take on more responsibility. Alex, Justine, and Lamar had all been through the company's standard leadership training, some online courses, sporadic 2-hour in-house seminars, and for senior managers, a weekend retreat once a year. They'd pick up a few tips and some inspiration at these events, but as soon as they walked back into their offices and the fire hose was turned on, it seemed whatever they'd learned pretty much evaporated on the spot. Then, Justine learned from a fellow CEO about a different approach, the Path Forward Leadership Workshop. Justine enrolled herself and some of her high-potential managers at various levels, including Alex and Lamar. And that's when things started noticeably changing for the better. They met once a month with a Path Forward facilitator who challenged them to get real about their struggles in some key leadership skills and qualities, ranging from leadership of self to leadership of others to leadership of teams. Between sessions, they each applied what they learned to their real work challenges, experimenting with new ways of showing up more effectively. Then, at the next monthly session, they reported on what they'd tried and how it worked, and they got their peers' feedback on how to become even more effective. At the end of each workshop session, based on what they'd discovered in their reading, their peer discussions, and their monthly practice assignments, they made specific, measurable commitments for enhancing their effectiveness in the next 30 days, and their colleagues held them accountable. So what makes the Path Forward Leadership Workshop so different from other leadership trainings? Well, for one thing, it's not a one-shot wonder. Path Forward is a year-long leadership journey that keeps building throughout the 12 months. Secondly, forget about lectures. The Path Forward experience is largely self-directed and highly interactive. Participants take seeds of insight from Path Forward's elegant conceptual model, the leadership platform, and apply them to their own workplace challenges in ways that produce immediate value to their teams and their organizations. Alex, Justine, and Lamar all felt invigorated by their small, tight-knit community that shared best leadership practices while holding each other's feet to the fire in a confidential, safe space. A space to be honest, to take risks, and to play with new ideas and new behaviors. Brain science says this is how adults learn best and for the long term. We get exposed to new but proven ideas. We take the time to reflect on how they apply to our work. We discuss these ideas with trusted colleagues. And based on all that, we try on new behaviors. Then we get feedback, honest feedback, on these new behaviors, and we adjust. The result? A powerful spiral of sustainable professional and personal growth. It's a year later, and Alex feels like a different person. He now understands how to motivate his team, each of them a bit differently, and they see him as a leader worth following. Meanwhile, Justine has gained renewed confidence as her Culture of Innovation project has taken hold throughout the company, and the executive team is fully on board. And Lamar, he's been promoted to a director role due to the brilliant strategies he's been pioneering over the past year, partly as a result of the leap in productivity and accountability of his team. Path Forward Leadership Workshop. Real challenges, real conversations, real results.